K-Fog in the Morning with Renee, No Name, and Irish Greg. And we are joined by a ginger, a real-life redhead, just in time for the 2015 San Francisco Ginger Pride Festival happening in Dolores Park this evening. Zach, tell us what we can expect.
So what is happening is a gathering of the gingers, a ginger pride festival, if you will.
It is the first of its kind in San Francisco, so I believe, right?
So I've heard, yeah.
And since when are we just, why ginger? Why don't you call yourselves redheads like in the old days?
Yeah, well, I think it's sort of a branding thing we're going through, sort of a branding shift we're going through right now, you know. Stretches back to the early days of, you know, Eric the Red and Redbeard the Pyre, really setting the early ginger tone, you know.
I will say one of my first experiences realizing that the ginger is a phenomenon, I was in Tokyo and it was super crowded and all of a sudden there was like this big crowd of people like packed taking pictures and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going on. Is someone doing some type of demonstration? And there was this pale ass dude with super bright red hair and all these Japanese people like taking pictures like it was like a tourist attraction. And I was like, I've never really considered that type of kind of fascination with a ginger. Yeah. I mean, is it really that
So, funny
unique?
Story, that has actually happened to me before.
Really?
Not in Japan. When I was a kid with my little brother and I, we were at the Grand Canyon doing a little, you know, Griswolding the Grand Canyon, as it were. And a bunch of Japanese tourists came up and asked our parents if they could take our picture.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest thing.
I mean, did that kind of create a self-perception of like, I don't want to call you a freak, but like, you know, like you're different, like you're
That's
not.
okay. I've been called worse things by better people.
But did that create your kind of self-perception growing up? That, wow, I am different.
Yeah, definitely that, and, you know, getting called Carrot Top or you know, any kind of other, you know, horrible nicknames that children will come up for each other on the playground.
Sure.
And you're getting your fair share of physical abuse as well.
So what's going to happen at the first annual Ginger Pride Day in Dolores Park?
Well, it starts at 6 p.m., but we're still going to put on a lot of sunblock.
Okay.
That's probably the first thing that's going to happen. I think there's a dance after that. Possibly an insult contest. The ginger snap.
The ginger snap. Well, what are some of the put downs you hear?
There's let's see. There's Carrot Top, obviously.
Yeah.
As you go into your adolescent years, fire crotch becomes really common.
Oh yeah, of
The
course.
question: Does the curtain match the drapes?
Right.
One of those. But those are the two most common I could think of right now.
You mentioned there's going to be a dance. So at your party in Dolores Park, is it just like Simply Red and Ed Sheeran for the whole night? Or what else can we look forward to?
Ginger Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that somebody has felt the need to make a gathering means that you feel put upon, or is it a pride thing? Is it like a gay pride parade?
Probably a bit of both. A little of the feeling the pressure, feeling the put upon, and
Well, like you said, you know, growing up, kind of, you know, being mocked or whatnot. I mean, it's got to feel comfortable. There's supposed to be like 1,000 people going to this thing to kind of be around people who've kind of been through the same type, kind of social hazing.
yeah,
Or bullying, really.
No, definitely. And I don't think it came really to national cognizance in the U.S. until South Park made it a thing. If you recall that episode where they had the gingers.
We've all seen them on the playground, at the store, walking on the streets. They creep us out and make us feel sick to our stomachs. I'm talking, of course, about ginger kids. Ginger kids are born with a disease which causes very light skin, red hair, and freckles. This disease is called gingivitis.
Before that, it was more of like a European thing, I felt like, more of a UK thing.
Yeah.
And we were just redheads in the U.S. at the
Right.
time, and South Park kind of imported that
That-
to everyone's delight.
Well, Zach, thank you so much. Enjoy your what's the official title, Renee?
It's the San Francisco First Annual Ginger Pride Festival on Thursday evening in Dolores Park in San Francisco.
All right, I'll be there with SPF 60 on.
And pick up after yourselves
Yeah.
in that park.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Don't make
Zach.
a mess.
Thank you.
And if you want to know more about the 2015 SF Ginger Pride Festival, all the details are right there on the K-Fog Radio Facebook page.